I welcome you all to the symposium Building Health Manpower Resources in Geriatrics in India. I am Dr. Arvind Mathur, a physician from India who has been engaged with the development of geriatrics specialty in the country. I've been member of various national consultative committees and a part of Indian Academy of Geriatrics. And I am the editor of the Journal of the Indian Academy of Geriatrics. Today with me, I've got two eminent colleagues with me, Professor Ruchika Kuba, who is a graduate and a postgraduate in preventive and social medicine from Lady Hardinge Medical College of New Delhi, a prestigious college from India. And she has been a professor of Indira Gandhi National Open University for the past 28 years. And she has done a pioneering work in designing, developing, and implementing various medical, dental, and paraprofessional programs through blended modes at undergraduate, PG diploma, and super specialty level. Dr. Ruchika has been a part of projects with WHO and other agencies, and she has been involved as an expert in various capacities with organizations like Department of Science and Technology, National Institute of Social Science Defenses. She has been a part of the Indian Academy of Geriatrics training programs also. And my other colleague who is going to be with us is Dr. Lakshmikant Goyal, who is Associate Professor and Head, Department of Geriatric Medicine, SMS Medical College, Jaipur, India, who is actively engaged in teaching, clinical work, and health research, has played an active role in organizing training of both undergraduates and postgraduates, and he is a part of Indian Academy of Geriatrics and a member of the editorial board of the Indian Academy of Journal of Indian Academy of Geriatrics. Friends, we will be discussing the session in three parts, where I'll be talking about sensitization of health professionals in geriatrics through online mode. Dr. Ruchika would be talking about training medical graduates in geriatrics through blended mode, and Dr. Lakshmikant Goyal would be talking about postgraduate medical education in geriatric medicine in India, the conventional mode, so as to give you an overview of how India is approaching the issue of the resource crunch of health manpower for care of elderly. Thank you very much for joining with us. Dear colleagues, I am here to talk about sensitization of health professionals through online mode. Population worldwide are aging at a faster pace than in the past, with an impact on almost all aspects of society. India is also witnessing a demographic transition. The population over the age of 60 years has tripled in the last 50 years, and it is projected to rise to 300 millions by the year 2050. An estimated 138 million people above the age of 60 are currently living in India. This ever-increasing aging population puts immense strain on the country's health system due to the dual burden of non-communicable and infectious diseases. Health professionals have to take care of an increasing number of older patients in their everyday practice in India. WHO's study on teaching geriatrics in medical education highlighted inadequate emphasis on geriatrics during training in medical schools, particularly in low-middle income countries. The barriers identified were insufficiently qualified faculty, lack of funding, inadequate time built into the curricula, and poor recognition of the importance of such training. As a result, the physicians do not have enough theoretical knowledge and clinical skills to address complex health issues of old age. The concern that there is an insufficient number of geriatricians to meet the needs of their aging population has also been realized even by the developed countries. There is a shortage of trained healthcare providers for older people, for which immediate short-term and long-term solutions are needed. In Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, launched the National Program for Healthcare of Elderly during the year 2010 for addressing various health-related problems of older people and to improve their quality of life. It is imperative to increase the number of physicians who can provide such comprehensive care to reach these goals. Therefore, one of the strategies of NPSC is the development of health workforce for geriatric services. NPSC proposes to overcome the shortage of trained medical and paramedical professionals in geriatric medicine by in-service training to the health workforce using standard training modules prepared with the help of medical colleges and regional institutions. The postgraduate courses in geriatric medicines are being introduced in the regional geriatric centers. With the growing need for care for the older adults, many interventions to ensure a sustainable and appropriately trained health workforces are needed. Since a majority of older adults are treated at primary care level, and family and general practitioners provide the largest proportion of non-hospital-based care, these healthcare professionals need the right competencies to care for aging population. Therefore, they need to be trained on geriatrics. Medical training must include geriatrics at undergraduate and postgraduate level. Existing health and medical staff may need to be trained in service and with the continuing medical education for comprehensive aging, healthy aging assessment and integrated management. Innovative ways to use existing health workforce with role modification will play a major active role in older people's care should be considered, like nurses or other healthcare workers can play important role. Through these measures, we can aspire to achieve the goal of healthy aging and health for all. WHO in 2015 defined healthy aging as developing and maintaining the functional ability that enables well-being in older age. The United Nations Decade of Healthy Aging 2021 to 2030, proclaimed recently by the United Nations General Assembly, is an important action initiated to improve the lives of older people, their families, and the communities in which they live. The goal of the decade is to optimize older people's functional ability. One of the action area of the decade is to deliver integrated care and primary health services responsive to older people. In 2017, WHO proposed the integrated care for older people, which is an approach, ICOPE approach for comprehensive care of older people. ICOPE is a community-based, person-centered approach integrating health and social care. WHO Southeast Asia Regional Office has been at the forefront of the implementation of ICOPE, and it has prepared training resource material based on ICOPE for training of healthcare workforce. Indian Academy of Geriatrics, of which I am a member, is a professional body of clinicians with more than 1,000 members. And the mission of the Academy is to provide healthcare professionals with educational opportunities that improve clinical knowledge, enhance their competence, and the ability to provide excellent patient care for older people. The Indian Academy of Geriatrics, with the support of WHO CRO office, conducted training for master trainers on integrated care for older people using the WHO resource material for the physicians from the Southeast Asian region. The Indian Academy of Geriatrics partnered with the Geriatric Associations of Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Indonesia, Thailand, and other NGOs. And we had facilitators from India, Thailand, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, and Nepal. This training program was delivered online. Since COVID pandemic has brought restrictions on movement, social distancing, and work from home guidelines. Therefore, this training was undertaken online in the online mode, and delivery of training through online mode required few steps for preparation. First being deciding upon the platform for conducting online training, for which the Zoom platform was selected. Next step was preparing the facilitators for online mode of training, for which we conducted an orientation meeting prior to the training sessions. And we did request facilitators to pre-record the sessions. Building a platform for placing resource material and communication is essential for the training, for which Google Classroom was used, and it was used for uploading the resource material, assessment, recording of the sessions, announcements and interactions for the trainees and facilitators. And for facilitating the communication amongst the group, WhatsApp groups were prepared for each batch. We had 5 training sessions of 3 days each, which were conducted from October 21st to November 24th of 2021. Number of participants in the training session ranged from 16 to 39. And program of a virtual training session was for 5 hours in a day. 24 sessions for the training, including practical demonstration and case discussions, were undertaken. There used to be a 15 to 20 minutes of presentation by an expert, followed by interaction, which was not less than 10 minutes in any case. Pre and post-test assessments were done by MCQs. In all, we received almost 188 applications, out of which 136 attended the training program. All of them were practicing physicians with MBBS, and 67 were postgraduate also. Reason for non-attendance were related to their job working hours, internet availability, and change in their plans. And as you can see, the participants were from India, Indonesia, Thailand, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. On the online training of master trainers for all the 5 batches, members from all the countries of Southeast Asian region joined on the Zoom during the sessions. The training provided overview of common problems encountered in old age, and the ICOPE approach was introduced to them so as to be incorporated into the everyday clinical practice of primary care physicians. I'm just depicting the list of the subjects covered in the timetable, which is displayed here. The feedback from the participants was quite encouraging. They had a high degree of satisfaction, and they felt that the sessions have upgraded their knowledge and skill. They found instructors were effective, and presentations were clear and organized, and interactions were useful. Thus, we realized that the advantages of ICOPE online training were that large number of participants could join without the constraint of time, space, and resources. The online training provided a high degree of satisfaction with flexible geographical accessibility. Participants and facilitators from different geographical locations could participate. The synchronous online training was interactive with immediate feedback from trainers. IAGG ICOPE training provided accessibility to the best global faculty. The training proved to be cost-effective as it avoided expenditure of travel, arranging venue, and organization of face-to-face training. Online training is a global opportunity to build healthcare personal resources for the care of the older people. However, there were few challenges of online training because it targeted mainly the cognitive domain. So sensitization was done with this training, but we also had few challenges. So the providing authentic patient experience was the major challenge. However, for the mid-level healthcare professionals, this could be transmitted by case-based discussions. Building interactivity during session required extra effort from the facilitators. Poor computing skills requiring technological literacy of the trainees and trainers required organizing a sensitization or orientation program prior to the training. Ensuring internet connectivity of the trainers and trainees is essential, but luckily in the present era of information technology, internet is almost universally available. We have to be prepared for alternatives in cases of any glitches in technology, and prior recording of the presentations helped us in overcoming this. There were few suggestions from the facilitators and the trainees, and they felt that introduction of more demonstration videos or animated videos would increase the interest. Disease-oriented lectures they felt would be useful. The efforts to increase interactivity have to be maintained, and they wanted, few of them wanted sessions to be longer than what the time which was given to them, and for the better involvement of participants, few felt that sessions of 2 hours each day could be better instead of having a 5-hour session in a day. And the language barrier was also realized by few, and case discussion on real life scenario or discussions to include different settings of the community with examples was appreciated, and they felt that they have to be included more and more. For any training program, the efficacy and the monitoring has to be done by the assessment of the pre-test and post-test. And here the results of the pre-test and post-test for the 5 batches show the training sessions successfully achieved the goal. So, dear friends, we conclude that online training on integrated care for older people for the master trainers for primary care physicians by the Indian Academy of Geriatrics was successful. The IAG ICOP training program highlights that online mode improves flexibility, student engagement, geographical accessibility. We could connect with trainees from member states of Southeast Asia region, synchronous learning and assessment. Challenges of online teaching are poor computer skills of faculty and students, the limited mentorship relationship and unsupervised online assessment, and providing authenticated patient experiences. But in spite of this, the online training is a global opportunity to build healthcare personal resources for the care of the older people. Thank you very much.
Hi, the topic of my presentation is creating a cadre of trained manpower in geriatrics through the blended mode. Now, geriatrics is a relatively new discipline, which has not been covered in the earlier MBBS curriculum in India, and hence training of in-service health professionals in geriatric medicine becomes imperative. Training could be just for awareness and is targeted at the cognitive domain or even the affective domain, as has been covered by Dr. Arvind, the earlier speaker. However, we also do require doctors to develop competencies to manage older persons in the community or in their day-to-day practice. This requires them to be trained not only in the cognitive domain, but also in the affective and psychomotor domain. Catering to the healthcare of the elderly also requires a cadre of specialists called geriatricians, and development of this cadre will be covered by the next speaker. Now, why is it important to have a trained manpower in geriatric medicine? India is a vast country with varied terrain, culture, religion, socioeconomic status, disease patterns, and healthcare infrastructure. Also, the very less stress has been laid on geriatric medicine in the undergraduate and postgraduate curriculum. Hence, training is important so that the trained manpower can bring in interventions which will help to reduce the morbidity and the disability load of the population, which will in turn help in the economy of the country. Now, coming to my topic, why should we consider blended mode as the mode for training these in-service people or doctors. Although a number of methodologies can be adopted for training, like the conventional classroom lectures, journals, short workshops, etc., blended mode is the best option where hands-on training is provided to enable the learners to practice the skills on real patients under the supervision at designated tertiary and secondary centers. And this in the blended mode is supplemented with online classes and interaction with the best subject experts. The blending has the advantage of offering a flexibility of time and place to accommodate the busy schedule of in-service doctors. The program package also includes multiple media in the form of course material, videos, lectures, online trainings, which can be customized to enable learners with different learning styles to be able to take up the program. The blended approach allows for a uniform curriculum in a vast country like India and also a uniform assessment system. When this assessment system is built in a stringent fashion, it ensures that in spite of an ODL component, one can aim to achieve proficiency. Monitoring system can be very well inbuilt and frequent updations and revisions are also feasible. To cater to this huge demand of the country, Indira Gandhi National Open University, which is the largest university in the world now, developed and offers a 1-year postgraduate diploma in geriatric medicine program since 2004. This program aims to reorient a medical graduate to ensure that he or she can deliver the primary health care at an affordable cost to the geriatric population of the country. Recognizing the potential of IGNOU in training and creating this vast workforce, Medical Council of India, the statutory body which is responsible for the postgraduate medical education in the country, has allowed IGNOU to offer the PG diploma program in geriatric medicine through open and distance learning mode. Now let us look at the skills which are required in training the medical practitioners. These can be of 3 types, that is the cognitive domain, the affective domain, and the psychomotor domain. Now, looking up for the cognitive domain. The cognitive domain can be achieved through a package of course material or course content. There requires to be building interactivity, because this is an open and distance learning program in which there is a distance between the student and the teacher, and formative and summative assessments all need to be built in such a fashion that quality should be assured. Now, to address the cognitive domain, customized course material is developed with the help of subject experts across the length and breadth of the country. You can see this is the course material, and subsequently it is edited for content, format, and language. This material is provided both in the print form as well as in the soft form. In addition, the learners also attend online classes, and these online classes are recorded, and these recorded classes are prepared and provided in the form of videos, which are available on a single platform, which is a web portal platform. So all the course material, all the videos, and other instructions, assignments are all available on a single platform called the web portal. The supporting OERs are provided, which can also enrich the learning of a student. Interactivity is an important component in programs being offered through the open and distance mode to be able to bridge the physical distance, as I already mentioned. Interactivity is inbuilt in the study material in the form of a conversational style. So it is always written in the third person and the first and second and third person as we are conversing. Writing also, we have a various access devices. You can see, for example, we have an introduction in which the language shows you are talking to the student. The book is talking to the student. Now we will be reading chapter so and so. We will be reading this subject, and you need to go and do this particular activity. This is the way the language is built in. There are outcome objectives so that the student realizes that after reading this particular material, what he is expected to achieve. There are certain in-text questions, and there is also a summary, like a teacher summarizes his lecture at the end of the session. Discussions and peer group interactions take place both face-to-face and discussion forum on the portals. The students are also encouraged to interact with each other through various social medias like Facebook, Google Meet, and WhatsApp. Assessments consist of continuous and term and examination. There are in-text questions which are part of the continuous assessments but are not marked. On the other hand, marked assignments also form a part of the continuous assessment, and students are required to score at least 50% marks to be able to clear the course. These assignments can be provided both as synchronous quizzes or asynchronous forms or written assignments, which have to be submitted after going through the material. Summative assessments consist of the term and examination, in which the students are supposed to carry out under supervision of invigilators particular exams. And there is a weightage of 70% of the term and examination and a 50% minimum pass percentage. A number of strategies need to be adopted for quality assurance, like ensuring access to the web portal, face-to-face sessions, and participation in the online classes. Utilizing the recording sessions and undertaking assignments are other parameters under the quality assurance. All assessments are linked to the respective course objectives, and new assignments are provided to every batch so that there is no copying and they are doing their own work themselves. Students are required to take a minimum of 50% marks for clearing each component, thus maintaining quality, and the assignments are always checked by external experts. Now coming to the affective and psychomotor domain, which is a very, very important component when we are trying to do a continuing medical education program for in-service graduates. And for the affective and psychomotor domain, the course content is developed containing the stepwise details of each skill. This is embodied in the practical manuals. We also have assessments which are both formative and termed, and skills that are to be implemented through online and offline mode are important components. These all are again part of the program package to ensure that quality is maintained. Now, how we are going to deliver the affective and psychomotor domain in this particular program as an example that I'm using. So we have got hard and soft copies of the course material in the form of practical manuals is provided to the students. In addition, we have certain online classes where demonstration of various skills takes place. And we also have teaching the skills from face-to-face in small batches of the students. During the face-to-face, the students are themselves also required to practice and demonstrate how they are learning. Peer-to-peer interaction takes place both face-to-face as well as online. As I said, we also have certain discussion forums on the web platform. All the activities that the students undertake are to be recorded in a logbook so that it can be corrected by the academic counselors who check the logbooks. Now, this is showing the model for implementation, and a three-tier approach is generally adopted for teaching of the skills. The students initiate their psychomotor learning in a tertiary setup, like a medical college or a tertiary level hospital, where they are demonstrated certain skills. And then there is written demonstration, meaning that they are supposed to show the same skills to their academic counselors or their trainers. Reinforcement of the skills is required, and this is done under supervision in district hospitals. Now, the reason of this three-tier approach is that medical colleges, we have only very few centers. Very few would mean around 25 centers in the whole country. And so India being a large country, students have to travel long distances to be able to go and do their demonstration and skill training at a medical college. In contrast to that, when they have to practice practice for reinforcement of the psychomotor learning under supervision, they go to a district level hospital, which is a smaller hospital. And in this hospital, it's much nearer to their residence, wherever they are staying. So it may be just walking distance or maybe about half an hour to 1 hour, that close. And in addition to this, they are also required to practice many number of times independently, so that they have got confidence building and they also gain proficiency. Now, in addition to the 3-tier approach for hands-on training, I am showing over here that the program is implemented through a vast network of IGNO, where the administrative support is provided for admissions, material development, and compilation of results through various divisions. We have got some divisions in the headquarters, like we have got the admission division, the evaluation division, material distribution division. But we also have our mini administrative centers all over the country, at least one in each state, which is called the regional center. The purpose of the regional center is that they very actively advocate the program. They are involved in the admission, and the admission details are then sent to the admission department in the headquarters. They also facilitate the distribution of the material from headquarters to the students. The appointment of the academic counselors and the program in charges is facilitated by the regional centers, and they also coordinate the counseling sessions which take place in the training centers or the program study centers, which are at the medical colleges. So the training centers at the medical colleges, called the program study centers, are the places where the students actually have the hands-on training or the practical context sessions. They are also provided the facilities of the library in the medical colleges for their extra learning. Discussions happen on audio videos, their assignments are evaluated, and the maintenance of the logbook is also monitored and evaluated. We have the skill development center, which takes place at the district hospital. Over here, again, they practice under supervision, and they are also required to maintain their logbook in these centers. Now, as far as assessments are concerned for the psychomotor and affective domain, again, we carried out some of it through the online forms like the Google Forms, and rest of the assessment is carried on when the students come for face-to-face training, and through observation and also giving them small activities and evaluating them, the assessment is done. All this is recorded in the logbooks and evaluated again. Logbook also has certain marks. In the summative assessment, the practical term and examination is conducted, and they are required to take certain cases, and then vivas are conducted. A number of strategies are again adopted for quality assurance of the affective and psychomotor component. All training institutions are required to have adequate facilities and resources for training. The teacher-student ratio must be maintained at all levels, and the records are maintained by logbooks and verified by the academic counselors. The students are required to pass separately, and the continuous and term-end assessment. The term-end assessments also have external evaluators. Now, this is just to show you that IGNO has been offering this program since 2004, and since 2004 till date, IGNO has enrolled more than 2,260, because now the January 2022 session also students have been enrolled. So more than 2,260 students have been enrolled, as compared to the conventional system wherein only the MD or the DNB geriatric medicine is being offered. So less than 100 students or doctors have enrolled. The main purpose of the IGNO's geriatric medicine training program is knowledge and skill enhancement for comprehensive health care of the elderly. So this is till 2020. I have just shown you the enrollment pattern. So you can see that the pattern ranges from 200 to 100 to 200 people who generally take the program. And we have a number of institutions who have been joined this program since the conception. So we have more than 20 to 25 institutions. Over here we are seeing only around 20 institutions, but we have at least 5-6 more, and very eminent and old medical colleges of repute are our centers. For example, we have MS Ramaiah Medical College in Bangalore in South. We have the BJ Medical College in Pune in the west. We have the the Calcutta Medical College in the east. We also have in the northeast, which is a very place where it is difficult terrain. We have the Guwahati Medical College. We have at the topmost, that is the Srinagar or the Shere Kashmir now. Also, we have new institution at Shere Kashmir. We have got in the heart of the country, that is Delhi, we have got the Maulana Azad Medical College. New aims which have been inducted are also in the process of becoming our centers. So is Mohali and few more centers. So this is something which we took a feedback from the alumni of the PG Diploma in Geriatric Medicine program, that how after this program they have contributed towards the society, and how useful this program has been. So we found that while some of the students have set up separate geriatric medicine departments also in various medical colleges or hospitals, many have started their own geriatric clinic, health camps, and home services for the elderly. The doctors found that they were able to tackle most of the elderly patients, and the referrals reduced to about 25% to 50%. Few of the students have also taken up research in geriatrics or gerontological areas and are part of the editorial teams of various geriatric journals. Others have devoted themselves to geriatric training and teaching of various health functionaries, including doctors, nurses, and paramedical staff. So examples of involvement of students are starting of palliative care courses at Yennappa University and appointed as a program director for the one-year fellowship program in geriatrics at Mahe. So this program has shown that in future we are hoping that more and more students will be contributing towards this community backup of the healthcare for the elderly, and which will really facilitate and improve the healthcare, reduce the morbidity and mortality patterns, and help in the economy of our country. So with this, I thank you for your patient hearing.
My topic is postgraduate medical education in geriatric medicine conventional mode. We will discuss about why geriatric care is different, role of geriatrician, training of geriatrician, importance of conventional mode, and geriatric medicine scenario in India in this discussion session. Why geriatric care is important? Providing health care to geriatric population is complex. Older individuals differ from the younger ones in many ways, and these include heterogeneity, homeostasis, different disease presentations, comorbidities, and chronicity of diseases. Hence, these older patients cannot be treated like their younger counterparts. Geriatricians are not just a general physician for the older people. Geriatricians are also able to treat the non-communicable diseases and assess the unmet physical, psychological, and social needs of the older individuals via comprehensive geriatric assessment. They are better qualified to manage multimorbidity, assess and reduce unnecessary, invasive, and often expensive investigation, and decrease the harmful effect of disease progression. The training of geriatrician can be on blended mode, online mode, or in conventional training. The conventional training provides hands-on training to provide required skills and real-world experience to the trainees, creating a sense of empowerment among them. Physical examination is an essential psychomotor skill that can be mastered mostly during residency training. Restraint on diagnostic reasoning due to absence of physical examination of the patient done with physical distancing leads to more upon unwanted investigation like blood investigation, include CT scan, MRI, etc. In-person interaction with patients and their teachers help the PG student in gaining confidence, building up their practice style, and getting ready for independent practice. The feedback about students' active engagement through direct observation and supervised learning has affected their in-person clinical assessment. Dissertation and clinical research also requires patient interaction and direct guide supervision. In India, two postgraduate geriatric medicine courses are available. One is MD in geriatric medicine and second is DNB in geriatric medicine. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare launched the National Program of Healthcare of Elderly during 2010 to 11 to address various health-related problems of elderly. one important mandate was to start postgraduate medical education in India via regional geriatric centers. At present, about 13 institutions head the MD geriatric medicine and many more are likely to follow. The goals, MD geriatric medicine in India is a 3-year course. The goals of geriatric medicine are to create a cadre of health professionals in the cadre of older people who would provide comprehensive health care and rehabilitation of the elderly, provide undergraduate and postgraduate training, and carry out research in geriatrics and gerontology. The objectives of MD program in India are that after the post-graduation in geriatric medicine, the student should be able to perform a comprehensive assessment of an older person, to diagnose and manage acute illness, chronic disease, and disability in old age, and provide rehabilitation with the multidisciplinary team to an older person. The student should also be able to organize and implement different national health care programs for the older person, assess and manage the common geriatric problems including fall, delirium, incontinence, and poor mobility. The student should also be able to conduct research to improve overall health status of the older person. So the student should be able to provide comprehensive geriatric care to the older person after MD in geriatric medicine. For this, the syllabus also includes basic science, clinical geriatric medicine, and preventive geriatrics. In basic science, the syllabus includes biology of human aging, epidemiology of human aging, immunology of human aging, effect of aging on different organs. In clinical geriatric medicine, it includes general medicine, geriatric medicine, cardiology, pulmonary medicine, gastroenterology, endocrinology, nephrology, neurology, rheumatology, hematology, and oncology. Allied specialties are also included in the syllabus, including orthopedics, urology, gynecology, ophthalmology, ENT, dentistry, psychiatry, pre and post anesthetic evaluation and management. The preventive geriatrics includes rehabilitation, end of life care, legal, ethical, and economical aspects in syllabus. To complete this syllabus, the student should rotate in various departments in that medical college in all 3 years. In first year, the student go to geriatric medicine and internal medicine in 6 months for each specialty. In second year, the student goes to intensive care units, cardiology and neurology for 2 months, physical medicine and rehabilitation, psychiatry, gastroenterology, endocrinology, nephrology, and medical oncology. Exposure to the student will be of 1 month each. During the third year, the students get back to the geriatric medicine and learn about long-term care, end-of-life care, day care, community care, nutritional aspects, legal, ethical, and economical issues. So by the rotation in different specialties, the student will be able to provide comprehensive geriatric care to the older person. In this slide, we can see there are 13 medical colleges offering PG seats in geriatric medicine, which are more than 40 seats in per year. Madras Medical College, Chennai was first to start geriatric medicine in the year 1996, after which in 2010, Amrita School of Medicine, Kochi started geriatric medicine. CMC Vellore started geriatrics in 2012 along with AIIMS New Delhi. At present, in AIIMS New Delhi, 7 seats are there per year. Thereafter, Mahatma Gandhi Mission Medical College, Navi Mumbai started geriatrics in 2014. Government Medical College, Aurangabad started in 2018. In AIIMS Rishikesh, MD geriatric medicine course was started in 2020, and in BHU Varanasi, it was started in 2021. In this year 2022, we have JSS Medical College, Mysore, Shri BM Patil Medical College, Vijaypura, Yenopova Medical College, Bangalore, FMC Pune, and Padam Shri Dr. D.Y. Patil Medical College, Navi Mumbai, with PG seats in geriatric medicine. So there are so many geriatric seats are available since this year, and many more are to come. There are many challenges for the start of PG course in geriatric medicine. The most important challenge is staff. Since geriatric medicine is a new specialty, so staff is not available at each site to start the PG course because it required professor for headship of the Department of Geriatric Medicine, which can be overcome with the associate professor having 8-year teaching experience. And we can make the professor desirable. So after 3 years, the associate professor will become professor and the fulfillment of the qualification can be there. Space is also required, which can be used as a additional or available beds in the general medicine. Working hands in the form of junior residents or medical officers are required to take care of patient, for which on rotation basis, general medicine and family medicine residents can be brought to care the patients in Department of Geriatric Medicine. In community services, outreach services including medical camps, old age home, and assisted living facilities can be utilized to train the person. Undergraduate awareness is also important. Recently, fortunately, National Medical Commission in India has included geriatric medicine topics in undergraduate curriculum as an essential competency to be learned, by which undergraduate will be oriented towards the geriatric medicine. The second course in India for post-graduation in geriatric medicine is DNB in geriatric medicine. The National Board of Examination in Medical Science was established in 1975 by Government of India with the prime objective of improving the quality of medical education by establishing high and uniform standards of postgraduate examination in modern medicine on all India basis. The board conducts postgraduate and postdoctoral examination in approved disciplines, leading to the award of DNB, DRNB, and FNB. This year, 2022, the board has invited applications for 14 new DNB or FNB courses, including DNB in geriatric medicine. The duration of DNB will be 3 years, same as MD in geriatric medicine. There is relaxation in the faculty and space compared to MD medicine. In the faculty, at least one senior consultant with 8-year teaching experience is required, along with one consultant with 5-year experience to start DNB in geriatric medicine. The space required is 15 beds dedicated to geriatric medicine, including 3 ICU beds. So, by this session, we can conclude that providing healthcare to geriatric population is complex, as elders differs from the youngers in many ways. Geriatrician can manage the unmet physical, psychological, and social needs of the older people. Conventional mode training provides hand-on training to acquire skills, which is not possible or difficult to acquire in online mode. In India, 2 postgraduate courses, MD Geriatric Medicine and DNB Geriatric Medicine, are available, by which we can have more geriatricians with us to meet the demand of trained geriatrician to serve the country. Thank you.
So we have now discussed the plans for the development of health manpower for geriatrics in India. We have got, starting from the tertiary centers, medical colleges, and the tertiary hospitals, a postgraduate programs like MD Geriatric Medicine and DNB for the geriatric medicine. Then after, utilizing the district hospitals at secondary and tertiary hospitals, we have got postgraduate diploma course in geriatric medicine, which is being run by the Indira Gandhi National University, IGNOU. And this program provides opportunity for the in-service doctors or mid-level doctors to have their career in geriatric medicine and gives an opportunity for their development of skills. And we have also shown that the online program for the primary care doctors working at PSC, primary health centers, or other institutions could be done to sensitize them and provide them the cognitive skills for geriatrics. We hope that with these modes of training, we will be able to develop the medical health care workforce in India. I invite you all to provide to have your questions for the symposia. Thank you. Thank you very much for being with us today in this symposia. It's an important area by which India is addressing building up its health workforce for the care of the older people. Welcome, Professor Ruchika. You have highlighted the blended board for the training of the medical officers and the practicing doctors. How do you visualize that it will have the impact on their skill? That is one. And how can it be integrated into the system also, health system also? There is one more question for you. I think once you, there are inquiries that whether such a program could be accessed from countries other than India itself also. So please, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. So in India, actually, geriatric medicine is still in the nascent phase, and we do not have many medical colleges who are offering geriatric medicine. So as a result, we do not have many geriatricians, number one. Second, India is a very vast country, and we have a lot of geographical area. There are a lot of rural areas, and so the elderly who are living in the far-flung areas do not have access to these tertiary centers where the geriatricians are placed. What is more required is that we require to train our medical officers or our doctors so that they can identify the problems which these elderly are facing, whether they are very common day-to-day problems, so that they can be handled where the elderly are living. The other important thing is for these doctors to be able to identify that which of these elderly need to be referred to the higher centers or the tertiary centers. So every doctor needs to be skilled and the competency developed. So through this program, we can provide the primary health care to all the elderly in the country where the elderly are staying without dislocating them, and at the same time build a very strong referral system which can help to refer the elderly who require specialist treatment to the specialist in the tertiary centers. As far as integrating in the health system is concerned, so this program forms a very strong link between the doctors who are aware and who are skilled for primary care to the doctors who are there in the tertiary setup who are specialists in geriatric medicine. The third question you asked is, can we offer this to countries who are other than India? Yes, we can very well offer this program to countries other than India. So anybody who is living in another country and is interested, they can get in contact with us. This program has a lot of hands-on training, and as a result, it is important that in your own country, you require to develop this kind of an I would not say develop, but use the infrastructure which is available. So you should have some people who are the specialists who can form the trainers for the other people who will join this program to whom they can train. I hope I have been able to answer your question.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Professor Ruchika. There has been one question about the future plans of Indian Academy of Geriatrics to continue with this online training. I think Indian Academy of Geriatrics had a very good experience of having conducted a training for Southeast Asia region. So given this experience, we are keen to continue such type of activity, and this online training will probably help us in sensitizing our healthcare professionals, not only doctors, but we look forward that we conduct this for the nurses, paramedics, so that this particular information about the old age care percolates to them also. Professor Ruchika, you have seen that the postgraduate course is also being promoted here in India, with government looking at a program to spread this particular message. How do you see that these postgraduate courses would help us in providing the healthcare to the older people in India also?
Sir, we have discussed about the PG diploma programs, which are a kind of a bridge, but at the same time, we do require, the geriatric medicine specialist, because ultimately there are a lot of cases which require specialized care. So this MD geriatric people or the postgraduates will be manning the tertiary centers in a country, and at the tertiary level, they will be able to provide the quality care to even those elderly who are having a lot of severe morbidities, and even for end of life care. So these kind of institutions are very important, and these postgraduates are also very important to be able to provide the best care at the tertiary level where the referred cases will come. Second important component that these people will be used for will be to train people who are coming for the continuing medical education programs. That is, people who are coming for the PG diploma in geriatric medicine programs, or those who will provide the primary care.
Yeah, I think this particular point is important because one of the limiting factor for having more and more postgraduate courses across the country has been the deficiency of a faculty for this particular program. Government of India has been able to create infrastructure at various places, but for the want of the faculty, the postgraduate course has not been started. Professor Lakshmi is with us. Professor Lakshmi, can you tell me how would you like to circumvent this issue of the problems which you are facing in starting postgraduate courses in various medical colleges or so in India?
Yeah, Dr. Mathur, there are certain difficulties we are facing. First, we are facing with the staff. The National Medical Commission requires professor as a head of the department to start this program. But if we include associate professors with 8-year teaching experience as head of the department, so we can start MD in geriatric medicine program at various centers with multiple numbers of seats with us. Second problem we are facing is bed strength. As we know, India is a populated country with limited resources. So number of beds required in each hospital are also less. So if we use medicine extra beds or medicine beds in each ward or each medicine unit, about 2 to 4 beds in each unit for geriatric MD medicine program, then we can sort out this bed strength problem with us. The third problem we are facing is manpower. If we start MD geriatric medicine program, we have some manpower to take care of the admitted elderly patient in our wards. This can be overcome with manpower brought in the form of medical officers or rotation basis, or if we can manage residents from general medicine department on a rotatory basis in Department of Geriatric Medicine, then with the help of these general medicine residents and medical officers, we can have manpower strength with us to care the admitted elderly patient in geriatric medicine department. So these three major challenges we are facing, and with this possible solution, we can get over these challenges and can create MD geriatric medicine seats in different colleges in abundant numbers.
That's great, because all these problems which have been identified, they are already under discussion to be sorted out. And we look forward for having more and more institutions with postgraduate course in medical and geriatric medicine, which will help us in developing further the workforce.
Sir, I would like to also add one point.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
So I would just like to say that, the coming of COVID has created a lot of problems, but the coming of COVID also created a lot of, technology to be inbuilt in, all the medical teaching. And in fact, as you know, that the awareness programs which IAG has done for the ICOP training, that is a very big step towards, increasing the access of training. Similarly, in the PG Diploma in Geriatric Medicine also, we have included the online training programs, which is very beneficial. So I think online and digitalization is a very important component.
Yeah, correctly. We have learned a lot by this way of teaching also. I would like to thank you both and all the attendees who have been here with us for this important symposia. And I hope that in coming time, with all the measures across, starting from online to a postgraduate diploma and degree course, we'll be able to achieve our task. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.